let's hear something.
Ooh, what you got?
You boys ever play a game called Final Fantasy VII?
Ooh!
I can't say I have. The seventh one. The seventh and final fantasy.
I've watched a lot of people play it. It's been something I've been curious about, but I've never... Being a Nintendo kid growing up, I've never gotten a chance to sink my teeth into it.
As a Nintendo kid, you would have only had access to, like, the boring bad Final Fantasies. you would have only been able to play, like, the first 3 or 4, which, are kind of notorious in their own way. Although I'm sure someone on the internet thinks they're the best ones because they're difficult, because they're hard, and that they suck, and that they're obtuse and impossible to play. No, for a long, long time, I'd never played a Final Fantasy until this year. Had never touched one, barely knew anything about most of them, and wanted to fix that at some point. And I considered for a bit doing the Final Fantasy VII remake, but then I was like, I don't think I want my first Final Fantasy to be like a remake of the first 5 hours of a 40-hour game when we don't at all know when the rest of the game is coming out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I developed a new life hack, which it's very specific. But if you are ever traveling and you own a Nintendo Switch, like every Final Fantasy game is on the Nintendo eShop for cheap. I think I got my copy of Final Fantasy VII for $4.
Oh, hey.
Which is a lot of game for not a lot of money, and
that's I'm $1 per 10 hours of gameplay.
100%, yeah, because it ends up being like a 10-hour game, and so I played that when I was traveling recently for a wedding in Missouri. I grabbed this bad boy and I started playing it, and let me tell you. That's a damn fine video game.
Yeah.
Everyone was right. It's good.
Okay, is it a thing where you say it lives up to the hype? Last year I played for the first time Metal Gear Solid, and I've heard my whole life about how Metal Gear Solid is like so much fun. And I was really worried that, like, whenever I was going into the original PlayStation 1 Metal Gear Solid game, and that's the one I played, that it was going to be a very, like, this was fun for its time game. You think that Final Fantasy VII was good for its time, or do you think it holds up as a good game now?
I think it is a good, fun, playable game now. And especially living in a world where if you are ever stuck or confused, there are very easily Googleable answers to your questions. Questions like, where the fuck am I going? What is this? What's the solution? What the fuck is going on? Which is usually my fucking question when I'm playing these games. Now listen, graphically, this game has been eliminated by the passage of time. This game has been massacred by the leaps and bounds of graphical fidelity that have happened since 1997 when it came out on the PlayStation 1.
It's uglier than homemade soap.
It's uglier than homemade soap, but honestly, you just get used to it at a certain, you're just like, yeah, this is what the fucking game looks like. And I think the game has... There are so few games that I have played that have a better understanding of scale and presentation that it completely makes it fucking work. Like, there are moments of this game, the little shitty, semi-chibi, Lego-looking ass characters that you are embodying actually end up working to the game's advantage a lot. Because sometimes you are scaling, like, massive towers, just, like, climbing them, with your little shitty arms. You are going up these, like, endless ladders. You are in this huge... Because the way they developed this game is because, like, it was the first 3D Final Fantasy. It was an early 3D game on the PlayStation 1. Your tools are limited. You cannot build out these huge photorealistic environments. So what they did is they drew essentially like really high quality JPEGs of environments, and your character could navigate some parts of those JPEGs as a 3D environment.
Kind of like a Resident Evil thing.
And it works really, really fucking well. We talk about this all the time of like taking your limitations and using them to your advantage and getting really creative, and it feels really good. And there are moments where like I'm playing it on, you know, like a Switch Lite where I could fucking play some of the highest, I could play fucking Breath of the Wild on this bad boy. I could play The Witcher 3 and Skyrim on this thing. And none of those games, despite how good some of them are, like really impress you with scale. There's this thing that happens with modern video games. They look so good, so photorealistic, they can conjure fucking basically anything to appear in a game, but so often you see like a big crazy thing in a game and it doesn't actually impact you because it's not shown to you properly. Whereas like there are moments in Final Fantasy VII where they take Sephiroth, who looks like a fucking Playmobil character, and the way they are using this fucking Playmobil is like legitimately scary and intimidating. Like you feel, because the game has been presented to you, the rules have been presented to you, and when he violates those rules, it's like completely fucking unnerving and affecting. The story as like a full-on narrative is like whatever, you know, most video game stories are like, yeah, big bad guy got big thing. But there's these little character stories, like when you encounter Red 13, who is a big lion dog, and you learn about like how his dad, who he thought he had a deadbeat dad who ran out on him, but actually it turns out his dad was like a big hero who like got turned to stone to save the village, and they told the lie about the dad so that the son wouldn't like go out after him. It was just like these beautiful little character stories filtered in on this huge fucking world. It's crazy. It's really good.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
They
do it really good. And also there's like a button you can hit where like you can basically auto win any fight. So like if you don't want to fuck around with 1997 JRPG controls where like I played the entire game and then like went on YouTube to watch someone beat it because I was like a little annoyed, and I didn't know about the auto win button. So they taught me about the auto win button, and they also taught me about like shit where like I've been playing this fucking game for 40 hours, and this basic mechanic I had no idea about, just could not wrap my head around. There's discrete levels to everything here. It's cool.
There's a thing that I think exists heavily in a lot of like pre-internet video games, but it exists especially in like 90s PlayStation games made by Japanese people, where there is this like mystical aspect of it. It's like, what the fuck is happening? What am I supposed to do? Where it's like, and there is part of like a frustrating thing where like you'll go 40 hours into a game and not know about this one mechanic, because they like to keep things mysterious and
but there also is like a presentation. There's a mystery to the presentation that is so enticing, whereas like you play a modern game and like you are presented with like a puzzle, and 1 second into the puzzle someone screams like, I think you need to pick up the red thing and put it in the blue thing. And it doesn't give you a second at all to like ponder the mystery or like think about it. It's the perils of just stating everything that leaves you to your brain then doesn't do this outside extrapolation that like is actually what makes a fantasy environment like rich and deep and interesting, is like leaving things unsaid.
Yes.
So you are meant to then spool it out for yourself. There are whole huge character plot lines of this game you can completely miss if you don't like stumble onto the right area. You know, it's just like, and so you feel like you're legitimately discovering something when you fall upon these things. It's great, and like so much packed into, again, like a game from fucking 1997. The introduction of Sephiroth is one of the coolest like video game introductions I've ever seen, because you've just kind of like heard about this guy a couple times for like 5 full hours of the game when you're like finishing the first major area, and then you're about to climb this big tower, and you see just like this wake of destruction that has been left in someone's path as you like follow it up floors and floors and floors of this high-rise building, and there's just blood and like scratches all over the wall, like deep cuts, and you're like, is this like a monster? Like, am I following like the scariest monster I've ever encountered in my entire life? Yeah. I get why people are obsessed with this fucking freak. I get it.
Kenny Omega ripped off his entire intro to walk
Kenny
out.
Omega's fucking finishing move
is named after
the
him.
The One-Wing Angel, which is named after Sephiroth's theme music.
There is something cool. I've never played a Final Fantasy before. I've gotten halfway through a Kingdom Hearts. So I'm tangentially familiar with it all, but I know enough to know that like people think Sephiroth's mad cool. I've seen lots of art of Sephiroth. People are really into him. So obviously there's something there. There's something.
Here's something. There's something here.
Kevin, this is something.
You know,
it's true. It is something, and you can buy it for real cheap on the Nintendo eShop, or like basically any platform. You can get it on Steam or PlayStation or whatever, like the original Final Fantasy. And I'm very excited to play like the remakes and see it all like gussied up and expanded upon. You know, that's all interesting. That's very exciting to me. But there's something in the original. There's something there that's potent and real and good. And now I'm just like, okay, I finished 7, a few weeks ago, and I bought 8 instantly. I was like, and now I'm a Final Fantasy guy.
Oh, how about that?
Ain't that
something? That's something.
Anyway, Final Fantasy VII, check it out. Ever heard of it?
You ever hear of it?
Ever heard of this, folks? You hear about this one? It's really good. I thought I knew everything about the game going in, because I was like, I knew the one big spoiler that everyone knows about Final Fantasy VII. No, that's like halfway through the game. There's a lot more game.
Oh, cool. That's
like, yeah.
That was a question, concern, whatever I had. Is just like, I know the one thing, and that's treated like such a big moment, but good enough.
And it is big, and the game makes it feel major, and it's like one of the very few times where like they do the full like character model, not the little like Lego guys. Mm-hmm. Like it's one of the 5 fully animated cutscenes or whatever. It feels really impactful when it's happening. Mm-hmm. But then there's a full fucking half of the game after that.
Oh, cool. It's good to know that it's not like if you already know what happens at the end of Sixth Sense, that you can still enjoy it. It's good to know.
Right. Yeah. You know what? Sixth Sense. Check that one out too. It's still really good, even if you know the ending. It's still just like really fucking good.
Good to know.
It's scary. Just like Sephiroth is big scary. He's scary. You feel
scary.
Like, oh fuck. I remember there's this scene you get to in this game, and I was like, "No, fuck, this guy's fucking scary."
That is a fun thing that video games can do that like no other medium can do, where it's just like when you know what you're supposed to do but like you don't want to do it because it's like, oh, that looks scary, that looks difficult. My wife loves the video game Inside, and she doesn't like
scary.
She doesn't like playing it, but she likes watching people play it. And there's this one part where it's like, fuck. I don't want to do this part, but I know that's what the game wants me to do. I know I have to, but it's scary, and that's a cool thing that video games can do. We're like,
yeah, it's big. It's big, scary. It's fucked up. Anyway, that was something. You boys stop being so fucking naughty. 1 second. 1 second, stop being so fucking naughty. Hey
What
boy,
if we
hit
hit
something.
peak taste?
Oh, kill you. Oh, kill you. I'll fucking stab you in an alley. Ooh, I'll fucking kill
Well, there's a post-credits thing.
I'll fucking... I know where you live. Justin left the chat. That piece of shit. Come back, you fuck.